Okay, injury front, Cornelius Lucas dealing with a ankle injury. We'll get more information on that. A lot of lessons to learn in that football game. Two giveaways really were the difference there in that first half because I thought we were doing some really good things. But then we got that takeaway, had a takeaway negated by an offside. So we're just trying to hammer home how important it is to win that turnover margin in these football games. But I thought by and large the guys competed like crazy, which they did this week as well. So I was pleased with the effort. And then we got to still have that mentality that we got to get better every single day. And that's what the guys are going to do. With that, I'll take any questions. There shouldn't be. They're out of their sandbox. They were in the wrong area of their sandbox. We'll get that cleaned up. That's something that's kind of what I'm talking about, Tony, where things like that happen in these games. We have to clean that up. And even if you weren't on that rep, you're a tight end or a wide receiver, you can learn from that rep. So that should never happen on that play. Yeah, obviously that can never happen on that play. There's things, not all interceptions are created equal, but we can't do that as a football team.
What do you think of Dylan overall?
Yeah, plenty to clean up. There's some things that I thought he did well. I thought our offense as a whole on third down was very good early, which allowed us to stay on the field because I don't think we were great on first and second down, but plenty to clean up.
Does the fumble exchange, what happened?
Yeah, it's those two, us as coaches, we got to get them on the same page. That's we can never do that, ever.
When you caught timeout on that first series, what was the problem there when you got deep into that?
Yeah, didn't like the defensive look.
Wasn't an operation problem?
No.
How close did Dylan come to maybe not playing in this game?
Well, I think you have to be so careful, Mary Kay, with these type of injuries, and we have to protect players from themselves. And sometimes guys want to play so bad, and you just have to make sure that they can protect themselves, make sure that they can go perform. So that's all it was, just getting as close to kickoff as we can to make a prudent decision for the young man.
Kevin, as you head into final week of preseason, what is the timeline on getting a starting quarterback and plan on handling the final preseason game as the professional record?
So we will treat the final preseason game, in a dress rehearsal type way in the sense that we're going to do a regular season schedule this week, Daniel. So we will game plan. Now, we won't run every play that we put in this week, but I want the guys to get used to getting a game plan, new plays, kind of evolving the offense, the defense, the special teams, so to speak. And then in terms of who plays and that type of thing, we'll talk about that later.
So you don't anticipate naming the starter ahead of the starting quarterback for the season, but we want ahead of
Let's get through today, and then you and I will chat.
Well, both of the rookies got a start in the preseason. So how do you think they comported themselves, both of them? And can you say, I know it's not apples to apples, but how do they compare to each other?
Yeah, I'm not going to compare our players, Mary Kay, other than to say I'm pleased with both those guys, where they are in their progression. They have the mentality that they're going to get better every single day, which I appreciate. That's really where our focus is.
What about the defense? It seemed like the whole week defense dominated here. Is that accurate?
Yeah, again, I'm not going to characterize it. I'll tell you, I was really pleased with Wednesday and Thursday, really pleased with the guys today. Obviously, our brand of defense, Tony, as you know, you have to play really, really hard, and you got to compete like crazy, and I think that's what you see from our guys.
Do you think that all four quarterbacks might be available for the dress rehearsal game?
From a health standpoint, I hope so, but I'm not sure yet.
And we saw Shedeur throwing a little bit out there. Is this a little bit more optimistic, or the outlook is a little better than maybe you thought at first?
No, I'd say it's all rehab. We're being very smart there, but hopeful that he's going to get better quickly.
He had longer than return punts the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
Is that kind of an audition for
Yeah,
bigger and better things?
I think just all these guys were trying to get the proper amount of work for them, Tony, so that we can make our evaluations. That's all it is.
Can you talk about, aside from his turnovers, how do you feel like Dylan handled himself just in terms of poise, overcoming adversity, being accurate, mobility?
Yeah, I thought operation was good. That's when you go into these games. I know it's kind of boring, but that's what you're looking for from the quarterbacks, to orchestrate, get guys in and out of the huddle, make the right calls, send the motions, all those type of things. So I thought he did a good job with that. He's got plenty that he's going to clean up.
In terms of, I don't know if you can answer this or not, but Isaiah Bond is on his way to your football team. I think probably think
Yeah, I really don't have any update there, Mary Kay.
Do you expect Winshaw to be this week?
Also don't have an update there.
Good. One last thing. Why did you play?
Reporter Tim McManus. Tim, which position group should the Eagles be concerned about going into tonight's game?
Hey, good morning, Jay. Two positions, cornerback and safety. So some big changes in the secondary for the Eagles this offseason. Darius Slay now with the Steelers. C.J. Gardner-Johnson traded to the Texans. And the Eagles to this point have yet to settle on their replacements. At cornerback, it's been Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson splitting snaps all summer long. The same thing at safety with Sidney Brown and rookie Andrew Makuba. Now, you can see the end zones right behind me. The Eagles last season at Lincoln Financial Field only gave up 7 touchdowns all season. In order to have that kind of high level of play, they're going to have to find guys to step up and surround stars like Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. And we're less than 3 weeks away from the Cowboys with Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb coming here to the link. Jay?
Answering questions that the preseason is for. Tim McManus, thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Shay?
All right, Jay, let's check in with our football analyst now. And that would be one Sam Acho, who's getting up early with us. And so let's go big picture for the Eagles now, Mr. Sam Acho. What are you focused on most when it comes to the Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts?
I'm most focused on the offensive line. They're losing 2 of their 5 starters, at least for week 1. Last week on Sunday in practice, Landon Dickerson, 3-time Pro Bowl starting guard, went down with a knee injury. Now, it looks like it's week to week, but he may or may not be available for week 1. Landon Dickerson was a part of an offense that led the NFL in rush attempts. So it was him, and it was also another guard who is gone, Mekhi Becton. Those 2 pieces are going to be integral for this offense to have sustained success. I'm not worried about the quarterback. I don't even know if Jalen Hurts realizes he won a Super Bowl. I'm not worried about the defense. Vic Fangio does not rest on his laurels. It's simply the offensive line and some of the missing pieces that are there.
Right, and they obviously need that offensive line for Saquon Barkley to do what he does and for them to repeat the same kind of success they had a year ago. Stay right there, Sam Acho. We'll be right back with you.
All right, now on the other side of this game, it's the Browns and reporter Daniel Oyefusi joining us out. Daniel, both rookie QBs in Cleveland dealing with injuries. So what's the latest on the health of Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders?
Good morning, Jay. We'll start with Shedeur Sanders, who we're not going to see an encore performance from today. He's being held out because of an oblique strain that he suffered last Wednesday. The Browns say that he's day-to-day, but there is some hope that he'll be able to return to practice next weekend in time for that preseason finale. He's just getting some treatment and some rest in the meantime. Now, as for fellow rookie Dillon Gabriel, he's been dealing with his own injury, hamstring tightness, that kept him out of last week's preseason opener. But there is some optimism that he'll be able to start today's game. He's just going to be evaluated this morning before getting the all-go. If he's cleared, he'll start. We'll see a lot of him and Tyler Huntley behind him, but if not, it will just be Tyler Huntley as the only other available quarterback to play today.
All right, Daniel, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Now, let's send it back over to Shay.
All right, Sam. So the Browns quarterback situation has been one that we're obviously been monitoring really closely. So many QBs, and now they've got injury issues to add on top of that. How do you think the Browns have handled that quarterback situation?
I think the quarterback situation is actually handling itself. The Browns are letting the quarterbacks play it out, but the quarterbacks who are available are showing what they can do. We saw last week, Shedeur Sanders was healthy. Kenny Pickett and Dillon Gabriel weren't. Shedeur Sanders shined. He had another opportunity this week, but now Shedeur Sanders is injured. So this is not going to be a situation where the Browns have to pick. The quarterbacks will choose themselves and decide themselves based off of their availability and how they play. If Dillon Gabriel shines again, he would climb up the depth chart. If not, Shedeur may have another opportunity down the line to show what he can do as number 2.
And Shedeur definitely did shine. He played 45 snaps in his preseason debut, 138 passing yards, 2 passing TDs. Pretty impressive. Sam Acho, thank you.